So Ronnie gonna give a testimonial for hair transplant, but before he does that, I'm gonna show the audience what he used to look like and before. And this is 6 months, and we're gonna do a 1 year follow up as well. And this is him before. This is him afterward. You see how stunning he looks. He looks younger and more handsome, and the hair is not only natural and it's dense and have high volume, and this is all his real hair. No hair fiber, no filler, none of that stuff. Let me see your left side. Look at the top view. And now I'll leave the stage. So Ronnie, why don't you share the experience, how hair loss affected you, and and then how do you find my clinic and why you chose my clinic, and then share what surgery day like experience and recovery. Okay.
Well, Dr. Diep, thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk about my experience. Honestly, the experience has been very positive thus far. You know, as you mentioned, it's been 6 months, and as you can see, there's been a lot of positive results. You know, in fact, prior to 6 months, exactly 1 year ago, last year, my hair was pretty thin, you could say. And my confidence level was kind of waning, and I was like trying to think of, oh my gosh, you know, I'm getting up to the age of, you know, at that age where I'm like, okay, well, you know, what's next? And I feel that the hair that I had last year was not the level of what I wanted to be and how I looked. You know, I felt that I needed a little bit more confidence, a little bit more assistance up there. And in fact, I was kind of like debating on, well, what should I do? I've tried little hair products, minoxidil and all that stuff, but it really didn't help. So I actually have a mutual friend that provided me Dr. Diep's referral, and his name is Chris. And I feel that thanks to him,
the famous Chris online.
Oh yeah, you know, he is the best, and honestly, he's a great personal friend of mine that he helped me provide the guidance, the support, and actually also provide the psychiatric and assistance in order for me to go through the whole process from beginning to middle and to where it is now. And I feel that that is how the support system that he provided me allowed me to go to Dr. Diep and provide me the confidence that, hey, you know, you could do other things, you could have other procedures, but Dr. Diep, as he said, you know, he knows what he's doing. He is an artist. To me, I feel that Dr. Diep is like a Leonardo da Vinci. You know?
I appreciate it.
Like he has done his artistry in a way that I feel provided me and given me back my youth. You know, and I think that's been very helpful. And I'm looking forward to the next 6 months in order for me to fully grow my hair and allow the process to evolve.
Yeah.
So
maybe we can dye the hair at that time and see. And then
I hope so. Yeah. Right now, I've been very cautious of not really putting too much hair products, but I want it to grow naturally and not allow the hair to grow and get stronger. So yeah, right now it's probably kind of, people have said I have that salt and pepper look.
It still looks great.
It looks great.
But yeah, I think now once you have hair, you can work with. But if you do any dye, I want to recommend the audience, don't go to the hair salon and use a strong toxic ammonia type and other stuff. Yeah, just use herbal stuff.
Right.
And the herbal is a safer one, or henna and those stuff. So you can order on Amazon and Google it and find some dye that's herbal and is easier. So why don't you share the the viewer and the audience a glimpse of what surgery day like, and what's the recovery, and then can you go through how your emotional experience during the recovery, and because it's very helpful.
Right.
The audience to know.
Yeah, for me, you know, it was a very nervous, anxious, and very, how can I say this, nerve-wracking process. Where after the first few weeks, you know, it was very, there was nothing, you know, it was just pretty much just.
You walk out, there's a lot of hair, and then a few weeks later, a month later, it's all gone.
It's gone.
Right? And so, you bald.
Yeah, I was pretty much bald, so I actually was texting Dr. Diep and also the famous Chris. I said, hey, what's going, you know, help me, what's the process? Give me your insight, give me your input. And they were kind enough to provide me the assurance that just let the process go. It will come in time, and it did, you know. But yet, yes, I admit it was a very anxious first 4 months, you could say,
Uh,
where everything was pretty small or whatever, and everything was just kind of still in its very infancy as far as the growth. So it just took time. And in a way, for me, I like to get the satisfaction of instant gratification, but it doesn't work that way. You just have to kind of make sure that you wait through the process, let time pass, and through Dr. Diep's help, he is able to provide me the assurance that it will take that time in order for the natural hair to grow out. So I think that's something that it helped me, but also, yes, I admit it was very a nerve-wracking time for me to kind of like for the first 4 months.
Yeah, I'll tell you honestly, most of my clients get nervous around a month out, because they put a lot of not just financial, and commitment, but they put they went through physically. Too,
Yeah,
right?
transformation.
Transformation,
Yes.
and emotionally, they put a lot of effort into trying to find the right solution. So
Right.
the recovery, when they don't see hair, you kind of question, did I do it right? Should I, maybe it won't work, or you have doubt, right?
Yeah, you take it from me. Yes, everyone has that anxious or that doubt, and it does. It tests it tests yourself, because you definitely want to see the results fast. But yet the results that you're going to get, as you can see, is very it happens, but it will just take time. And I think it will, from my experience, you just have to overcome maybe the 3 or 4 months. After that, after the 4th month, you probably are going to see the results slowly but surely come and grow on top of the head.
Yeah. And so it just see for Ronnie here, he's not, before he was a viewer, the audience.
Yes.
And he watched a lot of my work.
Yes.
Now he's on the other side, right?
Yeah.
And he's on video, and he's giving a testimonial and tell the audience that it can be done, right?
It can be done, honestly. I think the first few months I was wearing a hat, and I was very cautious about, how I would look. I was very insecure. I'm like, oh no, people are going to see me. I don't want to get seen out in public. But after you overcome that, then slowly but surely, then when the hair comes out, you're like, oh man, it's actually coming out. And then that confidence, or that that gratification or that satisfaction that you actually made a great choice of making an investment, but also the decision of getting the hair treatment. That is definitely a very great satisfaction to me, and a year later, the perfect decision that I made. And I think I feel very confident with Dr. Diep, so I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I thank you, Dr. Diep.
I look forward to it. Thank you for share the viewer and the audience of the glimpse of your journey.
Oh, yes.
And hopefully that will help the viewer, so when in the future, when you're about to go through it,
Yes.
watch all this stuff. It'll be very helpful. But when you choose a surgeon or a clinic, never base just on price.
No.
You can always find crazy cheap price
No.
online. And it could be dangerous outside the country, and other places that are only a technician operating, right?
And definitely you have the expertise, you have the reviews, and you have the experience, Dr. Diep. And I feel that, for me, if I'm talking to a viewer, if I'm talking to myself a year ago, I would be very skeptical. But yet I think if I saw myself now, I would say, hey, you know what, give it time, go to a reliable person like Dr. Diep, and I feel that you'll be in good hands. And I could say a year, from where it is now and how it is before, it is a definite before and after.
Yeah, and this is only 6 months. So.
Yes. So I look forward to the next 6 months, and hopefully the hair will be a little bit more, fuller, and I could be able to, go out and say, oh man, now I look a little bit younger, and definitely giving me that added confidence.
Yeah. Right now it's already excellent already, but it's gonna be a little bit more to come. And but you are early growth, by the way.
Yeah.
So I'm very great, have great confidence that, and it looks great, and you look great. Thank you.
Thank you to you.
Thank you.